welcome to my sewing room. Today I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update since my last video. If you haven't watched it, I'll link it down below, was on my sewing plans for my winter vacation. So my last video was Vlogmas Day 9. It was my 9th Vlogmas video, and then I just kind of stopped doing Vlogmas without saying anything about it. So I just wanted to let you guys know that what happened is I got sick. I had a really bad sore throat, like just really painful sore throat. And when I started feeling better, my husband got really sick, and then it was Christmas, and so I just kind of completely fell off the bandwagon. But I think I would like to try again sometime in the future because I did have a lot of fun making those videos. I filmed most of them on my cell phone, which made it really, really easy to edit them and get them uploaded pretty quickly, as opposed to some of the other types of videos I've done where it's more like a make-along style, which takes a lot longer to edit. So I think I would like to try again next year, but we'll see how that goes when December comes around. But anyway, I wanted to update you guys. So this year I had 16 full days off work in a row over the Christmas holiday, which is completely unprecedented for me, and I stayed home, which I've also never done. I've never had a staycation like that. So I had planned to do all sorts of sewing, and I did do all sorts of sewing. So let me show you what I made. This is all, for the record, has just come out of the washing machine, so it's kind of looking a little bit wrinkly, but I know you guys will forgive that, right? Okay, so in my last video, I had this skirt cut out and ready to go, but I hadn't sewed it yet. And this is a Sewaholic Holly Burn skirt in a lovely non-stretch mustard corduroy. It's a Robert Kaufman corduroy, which I really like. I wear these corduroy skirts all the time to work. They're just so easy and comfortable. So made that. I also made, and I know I also talked about this in my last video, I made this underwear set. I know it's a little bit weird to be showing you guys my underwear, but here we go. We're all sewists here, right? I made this underwear set from Madeline because she had that contest to win a FAF serger, which I did not win, but I had a good time making this kit. I thought this kit was just really lovely, and this probably is my favorite bralette that I've ever made. It basically wears like a sports bra, but it looks fancy. So it's got this like really nice wide soft band that goes around your ribs, and I like this detail with the spaghetti straps on the strap. So I really like this, and I think I will actually definitely make another one of these at some point. She has a kit right now that I really like that's red, but so we'll see if that ends up being mine sometime soon. I also made, and I obviously don't have them here because they were Christmas presents, but I made a Helen's Closet dogwood apron for each of my parents. My dad does woodworking, so I made his with waxed canvas. And then my mom does all sorts of like sewing and crafting and scrapbooking and knitting and things. And so I made hers out of like a really pretty cotton and steel canvas with a cotton and steel lining, quilting cotton lining. So they said they really liked it, so hopefully they were telling the truth. They came out really cute though, and I think at some point I will probably make one for myself because I think that would be really nice to wear around in here while I'm working. Just so that I can have like my thread snips and things like that, easy access. So at some point I'll make up one of those for myself. Probably not too soon. The next thing I made was 2 Tilly and the Buttons Agnes t-shirts. So this one is like kind of a drapey stripe knit fabric. And on this one I did this fabric had a lot of stretch in every direction. So I made the neckband going the opposite way with the stripes, which I think looks really cool when I wear it and makes me happy. I did not have enough fabric to cut long sleeves in this, which was kind of a bummer, but we'll survive. And I think I've maybe talked about this before. I know a lot of ladies do this. I save all my scraps from stuff like that and turn it into underwear. So I had enough to make one pair of underpants. And then I did the same thing with this shirt. I had even less of this fabric, and this fabric was way less stretchy, so I couldn't even cut the neckband on the opposing stripe direction, and I really would have liked to have enough for long sleeves in this one, but oh well. We've got the three-quarter sleeve, which I don't mind, and of course leftover panties. And then I made this sweatshirt, which I just love. This is a beautiful like herringbone sweatshirt knit that I bought from Stitch Sew Shop. And I think I bought it as a remnant actually, but I think the last time I was there I saw that they still have this in stock. So if you're there, you might want to snap some of it up because it's really, really soft and like kind of thick. You can see on the inside. And this is the Sew House 7 toaster sweater, which I made one of these last year and I love it. I have worn it so much in the last year, so had to make one of those. And then finally, I made a silk velvet Zadie jumpsuit. So if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen this on my feed, or if you were at DC Frock Tales last weekend, you might have seen it then. Last weekend was DC Frock Tales, and I had the best time. It was so good to see everybody. I saw all my sewing friends that I know in person, and I met a bunch of new people. I found a bunch of new people to follow on Instagram, which I'm really excited about. They gave out prizes for different things, and I just had a great time. They did a good job organizing it. It was wonderful. So I wore that to that. I also wore that to my friend Kelly's holiday party. He has like a fancy holiday party every year that I go with him to. So that's what I initially made this for, and then I was going to wear it to Frock Tales too. I kind of wish that I had made something like really out there and more exciting for Frock Tales, because a lot of ladies did that. A lot of ladies made themselves matching hats, which I was completely drooling over. So maybe next year for Frock Tales, I'll try and make something a little bit more out of the box. I feel like this jumpsuit is super elegant and I feel really great when I wear it, but I think it would be really fun to have something that's like a little bit more wild next year. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I can't believe I'm already thinking about Frock Tales for next year when it just happened last weekend, but the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about and just give you kind of an update on is my sewing machine situation. Y'all, it's not good over here. So my serger is having tension trouble, which means it probably needs to be serviced. However, I have the Brother 1034D serger, which is like the super basic $189 serger that a lot of people have. And it's like $189, and the last time I had it serviced, it cost $150, and now it's acting up again. And so I had kind of thought like that when it was time for it to get serviced again, that then would be a good time to think about upgrading my serger. So I figured that would buy me about like 18 months or 2 years to like save up some money, do some research. And I also have the same kind of like cover stitch. I have the Brother, I'm trying to look at it now. I have the Brother 2340 CV, which is like the most basic cover stitch, although that's worth a little bit more money. They sell for a little bit more money. And I don't love it. It doesn't have automatic tension release, which I find really annoying. And it's just not great. So I had been kind of considering whether I wanted to get a convertible machine, which I know some people say they don't like, but I've never really had, I don't know, I kind of felt like that would be fine. I don't use my cover stitch that often. And so I went to go see those at my local Baby Lock dealer because I have just heard great things about Baby Locks over the years. I feel like a lot of sewists that I follow have them and use them and recommend them, and so I wanted to go see them. I was really impressed with them, and I looked at the convertible machine, but then I realized that I could get the non-convertible machine, like the a nice serger, straight like a plain serger, and their cover stitch machine for a little bit less than the convertible machine costs. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, and then I think I'm gonna sell my old machines. The brother serger is honestly fine still for finishing seams, so I don't feel that bad about selling it to somebody, especially somebody who might want to tinker with it. It's honestly still fine for finishing seams. I just can't get it to do like a really good, like to have good enough tension for being stretched. So like making leggings and stuff like that, it's like really pulling out into a ladder when I pull those two pieces of fabric apart. But if you just want to like use it to finish your seams flat, then it's probably fine. So I'll probably just sell that for not much. I also have recently acquired a Pfaff Hobby Lock 774, which is like a real old serger. I think they're from the 80s, maybe the 90s. It's old. And I hate it. I got it really cheap off Facebook Marketplace, and I was like, oh, maybe I could just do, it was listed as it had been just professionally serviced. It was a local charity selling it. And I was like, oh, great, maybe that'll tide me over until I kind of like finish like wishy-washing over these baby locks. And I got it, and I can't stand it. I hate it. The old style sergers, I have forgotten, my mom had one when I was growing up, and I had forgotten what a pain they are to thread and what a pain they are to set the tension on. And I don't know if maybe the person who serviced this one, maybe they didn't fix the tension right, but no. So I'm definitely going to sell all 3 of those machines and get the baby locks. So I'm probably going to call and order that today or tomorrow. So I'm really excited about that. I think that's kind of it for sewing room updates. I, of course, have been sewing since my vacation. I have definitely made a bra. I made that top there that you can see. Anyway, thank you for joining me today for this little sewing room update. Tell me what you're working on, what you worked on over your winter vacation. If you have any good sewing plans for Valentine's Day, hit me up, tell me all about it down below. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.